In the early 16th century, the world was a puzzle with missing pieces. The lucrative Spice Islands of the East were the ultimate prize, but the overland routes were long and dangerous, and the eastern sea route was controlled by Portugal. One man, a disgraced Portuguese navigator named Ferdinand Magellan, had a radical idea: to sail west into the unknown, believing a hidden strait cut through the New World, offering a backdoor to the riches of the Orient. Rejected by his own king, Magellan took his audacious plan to the young King Charles I of Spain. He promised a new route that would place the Spice Islands within Spain's sphere of influence, a prize worth any risk. The king agreed. In 1519, with a fleet of 5 aging ships and a crew of 270 men from across Europe, Magellan set sail from Seville. The journey was immediately fraught with peril. They faced monstrous Atlantic storms that tossed their small ships like toys. Supplies dwindled. As they sailed further south along the coast of South America than any European before, fear and doubt began to fester among the crew. In the desolate, icy bay of San Julian, the simmering tension exploded into open mutiny. 3 of Magellan's Spanish captains rose against him, believing the quest was a fool's errand. But Magellan was as ruthless as he was determined. He crushed the rebellion with brutal efficiency, executing one captain and leaving another marooned on the desolate coast. With his authority restored through fear, he pressed on. After months of searching, they found it, a treacherous, winding passage through the tip of the continent. For 38 agonizing days, they navigated the labyrinthine channel, battling ferocious currents and hurricane-force winds. They named it the Strait of All Saints. History would know it as the Strait of Magellan. Emerging from the passage, they were met by a breathtaking sight: a vast, calm, seemingly endless body of water. Magellan, moved to tears by the tranquility after the chaos of the strait, named it the Mar Pacifico, the peaceful sea. But this peace was a cruel deception. The ocean was far larger than anyone had ever imagined. For 99 days they sailed without sight of land. Food ran out. They ate sawdust, leather, and rats. The water turned putrid. Scurvy, the dreaded plague of the sea, ravaged the crew, their bodies breaking down from the lack of fresh food. Men died daily, their bodies committed to the vast, empty ocean that had promised peace but delivered a slow, agonizing death. Finally, on the brink of total collapse, they reached the island of Guam, and soon after the Philippines. Here, Magellan's fate took its final, tragic turn. Instead of focusing solely on his mission, he became entangled in local politics, converting a local ruler to Christianity and promising to help him subdue a rival chieftain, Lapu-Lapu of Mactan. It was a fatal miscalculation. On April 27, 1521, Magellan led a small force ashore, confident in European armor and weapons. He was met by 1,000 warriors. Overwhelmed, Magellan was wounded, fell, and was killed, never to see the Spice Islands he had sacrificed everything to find. His death shattered the expedition. The survivors, now led by Juan Sebastian Elcano, finally reached the Spice Islands and loaded a precious cargo of cloves. But the journey home was still half a world away. One ship was captured by the Portuguese. Only one, the Victoria, remained. Elcano made the daring decision to continue west, sailing through enemy Portuguese waters, a ghost ship on a desperate race home. On September 6, 1522, nearly 3 years after they had departed, the Victoria limped into a Spanish port. Of the 270 men who had set out, only 18 remained, gaunt and spectral. They had not found a viable new trade route, but they had achieved something far greater. They had done the impossible. They had sailed completely around the world, proving that the Earth was a sphere and revealing the true, immense scale of our planet. It was a triumph of human endurance that forever changed our understanding of the world. Subscribe.